Welcome. Welcome, guys, to the Champions League review. Big up, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. The final whistle. Liverpool smashed Marseille. Smashed them. Tactically, physically, everything, we destroyed them. This is the final whistle, Game 7 of the Champions League. We are live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on YouTube, live everywhere. I'm in a good mood today. Very good mood. Liverpool cooked yesterday. They cooked. And we will talk about this when I've sorted everything out. We will talk about it. We're going to talk about how good Frimpong was. We're going to talk about how good Szoboszlai was. We're going to talk about how everybody played good yesterday. Everybody played a part yesterday in the Champions League. Everybody played a part. Now, for people who listen on the audio podcast, remember, guys, this is going live. Soon as this video finishes, it's going straight on the podcast, the audio podcast. So if you're on iTunes, Amazon, Stitcher, any of those platforms, any of those audio platforms, remember, guys, you can step over and start listening to this podcast, because I'm going to start uploading some podcasts. I know I've been late to the party regarding the audio podcast. I keep saying every week I'm going to upload more and more. Trying my best. I am busy at the moment. I'm doing my best. There's only 2 of us on the channel. We haven't got people doing our thumbnails. We haven't got people uploading. It's just me and Toto Hammer, nobody else. You get me? It's just us really doing this. You get me? Doing this thing. Big up to people on TikTok as well. Big up to you. But yeah, so it's only just us really, me and Toto. We do all the thumbnails, we do all the audio stuff, we do all the editing. Nobody helps us, and that's the way we like it anyway. But anyway, people joining us today, we're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about everything. But before we start talking about the game, I want to pay my respect to Ibra Konate. Earlier today, Ibra Konate announced that the passing of his father, Hamza, due to natural causes. I want to pay my respects to Konate and his family, RIP. And don't rush to come back, man. Just spend time with your family, because that's what matters really at the end of the day. I know we like our football, we like our Formula One, we like sports, we like to go on YouTube and stuff like that. But what matters is his family. That's what matters at the end of the day, his family. And Konate, I pay my respects to you, bro. And hopefully everything's like, well, spend time with your family, because that's what matters at the end of the day. Respect. So, yeah, it's a sad day. You know, it's a sad day for the Konate family. And yeah, RIP Hamza. Right, now let's get on to, let's talk about what happened yesterday on the football pitch in France. A lot of the fan base thought we was going to lose this game. I was more positive. I thought I was looking for more of a draw. I was looking for more of maybe a 1-0 win. I never thought we was going to lose this game. I know a lot of people are saying De Zerbi's a good manager, yeah, and it's Marseille are a good team, yeah. But no disrespect to the French league. It's the French league, isn't it? It's the French league. It's not the Premier League. It's just like Real Madrid found that out as well. Real Madrid rocked up at Anfield. Everybody said that Real Madrid are going to cook Liverpool, and they didn't. 2 years in a row now, we've cooked Real Madrid. They just didn't cook us. We cooked them. We cooked them up, man. You get me? So the Premier League is the elite league in the world. I know you got some people who say that the Spanish league. No, Spanish league is not. The Premier League is the best league in the world. It's very simple, really. And I know I say that every week, very simple. That's kind of my catchphrase, very simple. Been saying it for years. I'm going to continue to say it. But at the end of the day, the Premier League is the best league in the world. And that's just the way it is. And yesterday, when we went to France, Marseille, we wet them up, man. We cut them up good. We went down there and we dominated it. We dominated Marseille. It was a big result for Liverpool away from home. Liverpool tend to counter-attack more away from home. Have you noticed? If you watch Liverpool, over the years, regarding Liverpool, especially in Europe, Liverpool tend to counter-attack more in teams. Very dangerous on the counter-attack. Liverpool are away from home in the Champions League. A little bit different in the Premier League, but in the Champions League, we tend to counter-attack more. We just do. And let's talk about our fullbacks. Now, Frimpong, I've rated from the beginning. I've rated Frimpong from the German league when he was in Bayer Leverkusen. From day one. When we was linked to Frimpong, if you go back and watch some of my videos in the summer, when I knew he was linked to Frimpong, actually, I remember this season before when Jurgen Klopp was there and Jurgen Klopp was on the way out, or it was his last season with Liverpool. I was praising Frimpong then. I remember in the January window when Klopp was there, the 23-24 season, I was calling for Frimpong to come to Liverpool then. That's when I knew he was a good player. People say he can't defend. People say he can't be a winger. There you go. He's doing it now. He's become a great winger. He could play right wing back, right back. People say he can't defend. He's defending good to me. His numbers are there. See, a lot of people talk crap about certain players and they think they're so-called experts. I don't pretend to be an expert. I do not pretend to be an expert, but I know what I see. And I've always rated Frimpong. And when we was linked to him last season, I said, yeah, we got to bring him in. And we did. And when he first come in, he was cooking. Then he got injured. And people saying he's a crap player. People saying he's not that good. No, it's a fact he wasn't playing because he got injured. And when he came back off his injury, what happened? He's cooking. He is cooking. When Salah went to AFCON, I was saying on this channel, Frimpong should be the right winger when Salah goes. This is what I was saying. I said, Frimpong can play the right wing while Salah goes to AFCON. And people were saying, no, we need to bring someone else. I said, look, Frimpong could do a job. Obviously, I wanted Semenyo to come in and fill that void. But until then, it could have been Frimpong. And soon as Salah went to, went to AFCON, he's back now. But when he went to AFCON, who was cooking? Frimpong. Frimpong has scored goals, he's assisting. And for me, I do not care what anybody says, yeah. That game yesterday against Marseille, that was his goal. I don't care if it popped off the keeper, if it deflected off the keeper. For me, Frimpong gets that goal in my eyes. And there you go, Frimpong's cooking. Now let's talk about Kerkez, our other fullback. The last 3 or 4 games, you could see now that he started to cook. He has started to cook. He's showing his tackling, running forward, overlapping. He's working good with, he plays good with Vert. Cooking. Now you can see now why Liverpool paid that money for him. I know it wasn't a lot of money, but you could see why we brought him in. You could see the results. You could see it coming. You could see the 2 overlaps. You could see the 2 fullbacks doing their job. And that's all we asked for. That's all we asked for. I am so happy now that Frimpong and Kerkez are starting to cook, because if they cook, it makes the team cook. People say the fullbacks are very vital to our football team, especially the speed of them two. And I love the way Kerkez plays. I just think Kerkez leaves everything on the table. He goes for every tackle. He tries his best. He leaves it all on the line. The only thing with that kind of football is the way Kirkers plays is very aggressive. I don't want him to get injured. I don't want him to get injured because the way he plays, that could make you could get an injury from it because he's that aggressive and and fast. But we'll see what happens down the road. He might be not a problem, but for me, Kirkers has been absolutely outstanding for Liverpool. Now let's move on to Arne Slot. Arne Slot. I think Arne Slot deserves an apology, in my opinion. I know we won't get it because to apologise, it takes a man. It takes a real man to apologise. And we know that ain't going to happen by a majority of our fan base. Apologise to Arne Slot. It would never happen. Now, me, if you watch me on this channel, if you follow me on this channel, you all know on this channel that I've never been slut out. And I've got ridiculed for it. People said, why? I just told you, I'm not slut out. I've been slut fix it. Fix the problem. That's it. You know you can do it. You done it last season. You won us the Premier League last season. And I think that the total disrespect from this club, from the fan base towards Arne Slot is uncalled for. I was watching this program the other day with Thierry Henry was on there, Jamie Carragher, Michael Richards. I was watching this program yesterday. Thierry Henry said, and quote, he said, I think it's disrespect the way the Liverpool fans are treating Arne Slot. He said he won the Premier League. He needs time. Exactly what I've been saying all season. Arne Slot needs time. He's had injuries. He was leaking a lot of goals. And he needed to fix it. This is why I was never slut out. I was always slut fix it. Now, at the end of the season, like I've gone on the record to say multiple times, so if you think I'm just saying it now because we beat Marseille yesterday, you are wrong. You are wrong. I've been on the record to say, if Liverpool Football Club, who I support, first, the club, if Liverpool Football Club decides to let Arne Slot go at the end of the season, that's their decision. Their club, that's their decision. But until then, I will back my manager. I don't like when people say, I've never been one of these fans like to throw the manager under the bus. The only time I was not happy with the manager was Brendan Rodgers. Even Brendan Rodgers, he nearly won us the league. We only missed out on points, a couple of points we missed out in the Premier League. Roy Hodgson. That's the only manager I didn't really like, is Roy Hodgson. But I've never been one of these people that go out and say, I want to throw the manager under the bus. Because there's always circumstances behind it. It's more complex. It could be people are not listening to him. Maybe he hasn't got a new, maybe he hasn't, like he wanted certain players. And Hughes and Edwards, who are getting away with it, by the way, they're getting away with it. Hughes and Edwards, they're all quiet in the background. Nobody's talking about them. All the pressure is on the manager. But we don't know what's really going on in the back. This is why I don't like to throw people under the bus until I know facts. And even then, I don't like doing it. All I said was, Slot, fix it. Fix the problem, and then it will be good. Now, do I think that all the problems are fixed because we beat Marseille yesterday? No. But you could see yesterday, everybody was talking about Arne Slot's not a good manager, not a good coach. But what happened yesterday? Tactically, he destroyed De Zerbi. We all know De Zerbi's a good manager when he was at Brighton. Everybody knows he likes to be on the front foot, likes to come forward. But what did Arne Slot do yesterday? He dismantled him. He disabled all of his weapons. Nowhere to go. Frimpong disabled all their weapons. Kirkers disabled their weapons. All yesterday. Everybody played brilliant yesterday. We had Dominic Szoboszlai. Let's actually, before we move on to Szoboszlai, let's just talk about Slot a bit more. Slot said himself last night, He said himself last night on his slap. He said people was moaning at him because Liverpool were conceding goals. Fair enough. He was conceding goals. Slut hasn't got all his defenders. He's only got a couple of defenders to play with. Only a few defenders on the football pitch. Injured. You got Trione. Trione, is it? The Italian. You got Trione. He's injured. He's giving me out for the whole season. You got Gomez. He's just waiting to get injured. And he probably asked for money to he probably went to the board and said, look, we need another defender. And the board probably said to him, nah, you're not having no more. So all he's got is all he's got at his disposal is 3 defenders. I know Gravenberch can play the defense, but all he's got really, if you just take out Gomez, he's probably just got 2 defenders. If Canate or Virgil gets injured, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We know this already. So people was moaning at him because he was conceding goals. So what did he do? He went defensive. He went narrow. And now people are moaning at him because they don't like the way he plays football. So in a way, Arne Slot can't win. He just can't win. So it is what it is. As I see, it's a collective. It's a collective thing. If you ask me, it's all collective. Can't just blame everything on the manager. He sets up the team, but at the end of the day, people talk about Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola went to Coventry City. He ain't winning nothing. You get me? He ain't winning nothing. That's the point I'm trying to make. At the end of the day, he's got the players there, but he's still missing key players to the team. But he's doing his best. We are unbeaten. 13 match unbeaten. I know we've had a couple of draws there, but we are 13 match unbeaten. So let's move on to Wirtz now. I wouldn't say Wirtz he had the best game yesterday, but you can see the way Liverpool are playing now. Everything's going to revolve around Wirtz. You can see that everybody wants to play the ball to Wirtz, a bit like a couple of years ago when it was Mo Salah. Everybody wants to put the ball to Mo Salah. Now it's Wirtz. Because Wirtz will be the key component to our football team going forward. And that's just the way it's going to be. Szoboszlai done his homework yesterday. Brilliant free kick by Dominic Szoboszlai. Absolutely amazing free kick. He said after the game, they was talking to him after the game, and I said to him, you know what? Did you know they was going to jump? And he goes, yeah. If you watch him when he scores a free kick, he actually goes up to the camera and does this. Does that. Because Liverpool done the homework. They know when it comes to free kicks, Marseille, they jump for some reason. For some mad reason, they jump. And what he did, he was looking for it. As soon as he jumped, he just put the ball underneath the wall. Like a draft excluder. Put the ball straight underneath the draft excluder and got the goal. He knew what he was doing. They'd done the homework. That's what you're supposed to do when you're top flight football, you get me? People say that Slut don't do his homework. It is what it is, man. People are going to hate. Like Virgil. Virgil also said at the end of the game, Virgil said something to the he said it's something to build on, which I totally agree. We're going to build on it. Virgil said he never called a team meeting. People were saying that he called a team meeting after the last game when we drew at home to Burnley, and everybody was saying, Virgil called a meeting. Virgil said, no, I never called no meeting. It's crazy, but it is what it is. So overall, I thought the game was brilliant. The lads played good. Proud of the boys. Proud of them, man. Proud of Liverpool yesterday. That was an amazing game. You know what? That game, right? Let me tell you something. Yeah, it could have been 4-5-0. Believe that could have been 4-5-0 yesterday. The amount of chances that we had. Ekitike had so many chances. Ekitike hitting that bar so close. But look, we move, man. We move, and I'm just happy that we're cooking now. That's what it's all about, man. So we're going to get to the play lineup in a minute. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Bring it up. There you go. The play lineup. Let's bring myself over there. Let's see if we could change the angle, better angle than that. I can make it that a bit small if we can. Trying to angle. Let's see, that won't work with it. For that one. Yeah, we'll try that one. There you go. We'll do that one. Yeah, we're gonna do the play a lot up. You feel free to get involved. Let me just take this off. It's always the same. Feel free to get involved, and we'll do that. So let's make sure I can get a bigger camera than that. 1 second. I can't believe this is. 1 second, I'm trying to fix this. 1 second, guys. Sorry, bear with me. Okay, we do it like that. Simple. So yeah, we're gonna do the player lineup, and we're gonna do it and subs as well. We'll do the subs as well. Is what it is, isn't it? So let's start. Let's get my notes there. We can get that done. Start with Alisson Becker. For me, he was alert. Very, very alert, Alisson Becker. This is why he's the best keeper in the world, and this is why Mamadas really, it's going to be hard for him to get in that team. And we're probably playing the cup games, but the Premier League and the cups. I mean, the Premier League and Champions League. That's going to be Alisson. It was alert, very dangerous across in the early stages of the game. Saved us as well. Had some decent saves. Greenwood took a shot at him. Greenwood was cooking, by the way, at the beginning for about 10 minutes. And as soon as Greenwood, the players got onto him, he couldn't get in the game. But I think in the second half, Marseille looked dangerous in the first 20 minutes. And then towards the end, Liverpool just held the defence line, and that was it. But yeah, Greenwood had a good shot at Alisson. Alisson saved it. Aubameyang had a decent chance as well. But I think Alisson yesterday was excellent, man. I'm going to give Alisson a 10. I think he deserved that 10. So let's move Alisson up there. There you go. There you go, the Messiah. Alisson's a Messiah, man. He deserves it. He was brilliant yesterday. I'm just making sure my TikToks aren't working. Spring Pong on TikTok. Yeah, I'm just checking it on TikTok. So yeah, the next one will be Frimpong again. Brilliant game yesterday. Looking strong for me. He got the goal, got the assist as well, in my opinion. He was a threat on the break. He was very that goal for me was, I don't care what anyone says, yeah. He scored that goal for Frimpong. It was absolutely amazing going forward, locking out people on that right back. Coming in as well, scoring. Yeah, man, he's brilliant, man. People say is he a right back or is he a right winger? How about he could do both? Right wing back, right winger, right back, conventional right back. He can do both, man. And he's good, and he's doing his thing as well. Blistering pace. You know what I mean? He had a brilliant game yesterday. And he's been like that for the last couple of games now. Brilliant. And yeah. So I'm gonna give Frimpong a 10 out of 10. So he's getting a I'll tell you my man of the match is at the end as well. I'm not gonna give it yet, but I'll give it a man of the match at the end. Bring that up. There you go. So the next one is Joey Gomez. Again, played good yesterday as well. Joey G, man, filling in. Rare start for injury prone centre back. Hugely, he was encouraging performance. Then he tried to have a shot at goal, didn't work. Yeah. By the way, Gomez hasn't scored in his whole Liverpool career. Look, we're going to be praying now to see if he stays fit. we're going to need him because I don't think Liverpool was going to buy in a centre back. But I think yesterday, Joey G played good, so I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Joey Gomez, I think he was really good yesterday, Joey G. I'm glad that he's playing this. Hopefully he can stay fit. Where's Gomez? There you go. So next one is Virgil van Dijk. What can you say? Masterclass at the back. Stuffing out Marseille's attack. You know what I mean? What could you? It was a brick wall at the back. Couldn't really say nothing about his performance. Virgil always steps up for the big performances, man. He's always there. He always steps up. Virgil, man. I think Virgil can carry on till he's 40, man. You know what I mean? The way he plays, he's clever. He's more clever now. He's the way he plays football, he's clever. So yeah, man. I think he can. I think he can play. I think he can play as a 40. I think he's gonna sign a couple more, another 2-year contract, maybe extension. But yeah, I think he was brilliant yesterday. I'm gonna give Virgil 8. I'm gonna give him an 8. He was a colossus at the back, man. Colossus. There you go. So next one, Kerkez. I love Kerkez, man. He's so much energy. Look, like I said, he started to look like the player Liverpool thought we were signed. When we brought Kerkez, took him a while to get used to it. I know he was cooking for his last club, but when he came to Liverpool, he looked like he was a bit nervous. Yeah, remember when you come to Liverpool and you put on that red shirt, it's different gravy and it's completely different. So I think at first he was a bit intimidated by the club and he looked nervous, but now he's looking like the player that we wanted to sign, the player that we saw him when he was at Bournemouth. You get me? So yeah, intensity, he made himself a real nuisance down that left-hand side. He looked really, really good. So yeah, man, I'm going to give Kerkez. What did I give? I'm going to give Kerkez a 10 as well, man. Him and Frimpong, 2 fullbacks. I can't go back what I said. Kerkez. I'm going to give him a 10. He's getting a Messiah like Frimpong. The fullbacks yesterday stole the show, man. Stole the show. Let's put him at the top. Yeah, I'll put Alisson 9. So the next one. Let's put the next one on. The next one is Gravenberch. Look, he controlled the mid. I think this is one of his best games, by the way. Gravenberch. He controlled the midfield with the recovery and used the ball. He used the ball very well in midfield. Lovely little passes between the lines. Teeing up Gakpo for the late goal with a classic surge into the final third. And that's all I can say about Gakpo. Gakpo was absolutely outstanding yesterday. So I'm going to give Gakpo an 8. High numbers today, very high numbers. Complete opposite of the last game, by the way. So I'm going to give 8. Choose with Virgil. Let's go with McAllister again. I think this was McAllister's one of his better games as well. McAllister, it's always the big players turn up for the big games, and they might play crap in the Premier League against Barnsley, and then we step up to the Champions League and they just step up, man. This is what they do. This is what they do in the Champions League. Look, it was close, decent early. He had a decent effort at goal, the edge of the area. However, while he was very progressive in his passing, he was blessed. He was blessed to get away with an atrocious first touch that should have resulted in a breakaway goal for Marseille. But apart from that, I thought he played good, McAllister. I've got to give it him. So I'm going to give him 7 out of 10. Nah, 6. I'm going to give him 6. I think 7's a bit too far. But 6, I think. No. 6.5. I think McAllister played good yesterday compared to his other games. Dominic Szoboszlai, as usual, led the press. Great effect, but also created 2 wonderful chances for Ekitike, while his set-piece strike was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous and clever, and was rewarded with for another fine all-round performance for Dominic Szoboszlai. So for me, Dominic Szoboszlai is getting an 8. You know what? I'm going to bump him up to 9. I think he deserved it. Played brilliant yesterday. That free kick was just crazy. Crazy. And then at the end, he starts doing this. Clever. Took the mick. Yeah. So the next one, let's go on the attack. I know this will be controversial, but I don't care. I'm going to say my piece. Mohamed Salah, I don't think he had a good game yesterday. He went straight back into the starting lineup. For me, he shouldn't have. I think he was a bit too soon in coming back. Maybe should have had come off the bench, but I'm not the manager, honest like is, and it's not like he's got loads of players at his disposal. But went straight back into the starting lineup after returning from an international duty. But aside one audacious flick from Frimpong across it, ended up on the roof. The Egyptian was pretty quiet. Mo Salah was pretty quiet before wasting the glorious chances created by Gakpo in the dying minutes. What was that chance, by the way? That crazy when he had that chance and it just went, I'm not going to say there. But for me, Mo Salah will got a 5 out of 10. I don't think he played good yesterday, but we'll see what happens this week against Brighton. Brighton we got this week, isn't it? Brighton. So I'm going to give him a 5. Standard. Mohamed Salah. I'm sure he'll come good again, though. Hugo Ekitike. Have we got his name on there? Yeah, Hugo Ekitike. Hugo, once again, led the line brilliantly. His hold-up play was excellent, and he was a constant threat. However, with his pace, there was no need for him to be offside on that disallowed goal. I was fuming. I was absolutely fuming at that when I saw him offside. He keeps getting offside lately. It's another thing what's kind of pissed me off, that he's getting offside more, but it is what it is. We won the game, and really, he should have scored. After being slipped by Dominic Szoboszlai set him up and he was in front of goal. Should have scored and he never. But he was a bit frustrated by Hugo Ekitike, but I still think he played good. But yeah, the offside, he needs to sort that out of his game. That's something Isak doesn't really do. When Isak plays, doesn't really get offside that much. But again, Hugo Ekitike is young and he's like, look, he's going to iron out of his game. He's not going to stay in his game forever, but he needs to learn. So Hugo Ekitike, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Hugo Ekitike. 7. So he's there with Joey G. Florian Wirtz. But Florian, he has been good. He has been good in goal scoring in recent weeks. But he failed to make the most opportunities that came his way and in his game. So Wirtz, look, for me, I saw Wirtz second half, he looked gassed. He looked tired, looked fatigued. Wirtz was a joy to watch at times, but again, still looking tired in the second half. With his he's got a fantastic first touch, man. Fantastic, and his ability to skip past tackles, making him a real problem for opponents. But yesterday wasn't his best game, so I'm going to give him a 6.5. I'm going to give him a 6.5, like McAllister. But he's the future of Liverpool, Florian Wirtz. He's the guy that everybody's going to look to pass to. He's the guy that once he gets the ball, everyone's going to be looking at him, come on, pass. His passing is absolutely amazing. I still think we need to get maybe another midfielder or maybe another wide man that can go with him, because there's certain times, in certain games, when you see him do brilliant passes and wide men like Gakpo just can't deal with it. And someone like Curtis Jones just can't deal with it sometimes. I think we need to bring someone else someone as his ilk, someone as good as him that can play with him. You get me? You can pick up them passes. But yeah, man, I think Florian Wirtz, I'm going to give him a 6.5. When his best game, looked leggy in the second half. But yeah, he's what it is, isn't it? Let's go to the subs. Cody Gakpo. I know Cody Gakpo is one of them mans, isn't it? That people is very. He's like Marmite, and either you like him or you hate him, innit? For me, I like Cody Gakpo, but he's frustrating sometimes. I do get frustrated with him when he does the same old thing. He runs up and cuts in, same thing. But he came on, he got the goal. He put Salah through, which Salah didn't score. He scored a goal at the end just to seal the game, and he did look like a threat. There's one thing I'd say about Gakpo. You can say what you want about him, but he does get you goals. He does get you goals. His best chance of scoring goals is from the left. When you put him as that straight nine, the centre forward kind of role, he struggles to score. He likes to score from the left. He just runs up the left, cuts in and scores. That's Cody Gakpo. For yesterday, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 off the bench. Nah, 7.5. 7.5 off the bench. Cody Gakpo. Now, let's move on to the next one. Curtis Jones. Part of a double substitution with Gakpo. Came on with Gakpo. Jones really put himself about in the closing stages as Liverpool took the game away from Marseille. So I'm going to give Curtis Jones a 6 out of 10. Curtis Jones. Arnie Slot, 8 out of 10 for me. Tactical genius, an excellent night for under fire Dutchman. Wish he was under fire. Who deserves credit for picking such offensively minded fullbacks in such circumstances. Salah may not have been brilliant, but Liverpool looked much better going forward than usual. While they were also excellent defensively, all things considered, and Slot will be feeling much better about life ahead of this game, the weekend game against Bournemouth. It's not Brighton, it's Bournemouth. Because while Liverpool are still struggling in England, they're looking a real threat in Europe. And this is what goes back to my point that I've been saying for the past couple of months. This season, I've got a 2005 vibe about it. It wasn't really that good, the best in the league that season. We went out and won the Champions League. I'm getting that kind of vibe. I'm not 100% confident at the moment that we're going to win the Champions League, but I wasn't confident in 2005 either. 2005, I remember my brother telling me, I think when I went to the game, away game it was at Aston Villa Park. And we travelled down from London all the way down to Birmingham. And I went there and I went to see, I was in the away end at Aston Villa ground. I remember watching the game. It was the last game of the season, 2005. And I remember after that game, my brother said to me, I think you're going to win the Champions League. And he said that months before that. He said to me, I think you're going to win the Champions League. And I goes, no, we ain't going to win nothing. Look how crap we are in the league. And he goes, nah, you watch. It's Liverpool when they're in Europe, they excel. You're going to win the Champions League. And we went on and won the Champions League in Istanbul. And I'm getting that kind of vibe. 2005 vibe, but we're not doing the best in the league, but we're doing good in Europe, and hopefully Arne Slot can keep this up, because if we finish this league undefeated, not undefeated, if we finish this league and we get in the top 4 and we win the Champions League, I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? I'm happy. Winning the Champions League, 7-time champions of the Champions League, that would wind up the rivals, wouldn't it? I would love that. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to give Arne Slot a 10 out of 10. Big head Slot, man. Deserves it. But you know, the certain mans are not going to give him credit, but who cares? Mr. Irrelevant. Let's go. There you go, Messiah. So he's on the top there. And for me, the man of the match, he was between Frimpong and Kerkers. But I'm going to give it to Frimpong just because I think that goal was his. I think he scored that goal. I know it got disallowed. I know it got given as a home goal. But for me, I think it was Frimpong. Apart from that, there was no difference really between the two fullbacks. They were both excellent, dynamic, running forward, putting the frighteners on their defence, on Marseille's defence. For me, I'm gonna have to give it to Frimpong just because of that because of that goal. So Frimpong is man of the match. And at the moment at the club, he's my favourite player. Jeremy Frimpong is my favourite player at the football club. And I'm happy that we signed him. And for me, he's been cooking. I know he had that injury and it hampered his progression going forward. But now he's back. As soon as Frimpong came back into the team, he's changed the game and he's changed the way we go forward. He's injected energy into the team. Can't really deny that. So that's me signing out. Final whistle. I'll be back tomorrow to do the preview of the Premier League game. But remember, guys, the people on audio podcasts, recommend this to your friends and your family and friends. And also on iTunes, leave feedback on the podcast. That helps podcast to get out there in the algorithm. And people on YouTube as well, if you're watching this on the replay, which most of you do, hit the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. How many subscribers we got now? I think we picked up about 30 subscribers over the weekend. Over last week, we got 12,815. So we're getting there. Remember, guys, smack that like button. Big up to the man then. Big up to the woman then. See you later, guys. Bye.